have said it. Nigerian youths, they are complacent. They are quiet. All they do is grumble. We need to have constructive interaction. Do you understand? All I hear is grumblings and insults. That's not helpful. Do you understand? You guys, the country belongs to the youth. They should own it. Instead of a proper, program or agenda, they will threaten a strike that of course everybody knows they're not going to go on. How does that achieve anything? But as he said, Nigeria is a mayday. I agree.
Your advice? No, your advice.
My advice?
The Nigerian government.
My advice is to the Nigerian youth. My advice to Nigerian people. This is your country. Own it. You have another country. I don't have another country. So we have to make it work. We have to do whatever is necessary to reclaim our country, whatever is necessary to make sure that this country works for everybody.
So people are saying that the government should cut costs.
I agree. Government should cut costs. So why should they cut costs? Have you made them cut costs? Tell me, have you? Other than you should.
But Nigeria has been putting pressure on the government.
How?
To reduce cost of government.
How have they been?
Every year.
Every year, what do you do to put pressure on the government? That by telling them that they should. I haven't seen a concerted complaint. I really haven't. And all I see is most people is about me. You understand? If I'm not, your direction to get things for other people may vary. Your direction may be very different from his, and vice versa. But let us see something. I want to see something. I'm sure other leaders want to see something. But all I see are young people who complain and constantly just insult their leaders. But they do not constructively engage the leaders. Do you understand? The leaders are already your leaders.
Can you give us an example of constructive criticism?
Okay. Now you tell me something that really bothers you. Okay? All right. We all complain about the Minister of FCT. Right? Please tell me what you people all do. The minister is an emissary of the president. The president is the de facto. Is it a letter you guys have written to the president? Is it a complaint? Is it a platform? Tell me. None. All you do is insult him, insult the minister, insult me. How does that get you anything? Do you understand my point? I want to see things that will make a difference. Oh, we don't like this. We need you to do A, B, C, D. Okay, if you don't do it, we will do X, Y, Z. And then do X, Y, Z if they don't do it. And I'm sure most of the time, if you put enough pressure on any government, governments are defined by the well-being of the people. If you put enough pressure on any government, they will. It's not enough to say, I don't want dodo, but you don't say what you want to eat. Do you understand what I'm saying? So my advice is not to government, it's to you, the youth of the country. Constructive is the word, not just criticizing and insults. Constructive. That's my advice. And especially to my constituents, who all they do is complain about how much they hate the minister. Tell the minister and me what you want. Maybe he might do it. Maybe I might get him to do it. But I need to know what you want, other than the things I already know, like no water, no schools, no hospitals. Tell me the other things.
But the other things are not being done too.
Have you mentioned them?
We need to mention them.
Of course you do. For instance, I have certain solutions to youth unemployment. You can't give them jobs in the office. Give them farmlands, one hectare. Minister of Agric, give them input. Everybody go to the farm. You tell us that, let's propose it, let's work out the modalities and see whether you comply. But you just say, I don't have work, I don't have this. So how can we help you other working in an office? You want governance to reduce, right? So office work is not an option. What are the other options? Do you understand? Before you elected me, I told you that governance is synergy between the governed and the leaders. I don't see the synergy since I got elected. All I see are complaints and insults.
I have not been a fan of Senator Ireti Kingibe recently. But I'm disappointed that Nigerians did not get this message. I'm disappointed that Nigerians refused to understand what she was saying here. And it's disappointing because this is a very clear, very obvious, very straightforward message. She's a public officer. She's a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And by that, she cannot be quoted to say something that can be taken as inciting young people. But she's made her point very clear. Unfortunately, we don't get it. And obviously, we don't have a strategy in all of this. We don't have a strategy. And just like the last End Bad Governance protest, there were plethora of demands that some of them I felt, excuse me, people were writing 5-year term of, can we just ask for one single thing? Can we just agree as much as important as it were, what we need? So until we streamline our needs to a very minimal, very few, maybe 1 or 2 or 3, so to speak, we will not get results. And the strategy that we are using currently is not working. And I agree that there can be tongue criers, there can be noise makers, but there are strategies. Do we have a strategy room? In war, there is a war front and there is a war office. Strategy is better. We don't have a strategy. We are just making noise. And unfortunately, some of you that think you want to also impute, and then somebody comes to my platform to say, it's only shout, we want to shout. It's only shout, we want to shout. People are not ready. Bro, allow me to shout. You organize the people that will do the legwork. Randy has been crying for God for God knows how long, saying that we need to meet the National Assembly to get us prepared for the next election by reviewing the current electoral act. We need electoral reform before moving to the next election. Where are the young people meeting? Where are they planning? And I read some comments say they will buy us. It is because we are right now. Like I said, the work about civil unrest protest should cease. The young people need to sit back and begin to outline what we want. If we have 10 needs, let's push for number 1. Push for number 2. And what she said here in this video is very critical. We are only shouting and insulting. Those of us, very few of us, of course, are doing that. The rest of people are angered, but this anger, Apostle Suleiman said something one time that I love. He said, pain will make you to do 2 things. Is that you fight or you cry. If you cry, you continue to cry. But if you fight, you are likely going to fight and get results and win. And maybe leave the pain, and the pain will leave you, as it were. So naturally, we are here to put in effort in fighting against this pain. We're only crying and complaining. So forget about the messenger, like I said. A lot of the times, this time, it is high time we stopped worrying about the messengers when we get messages. See, an APC stalwart can give us a message you can take this period, if we're really serious. So that's why when I see people say, Rufai should keep quiet, I mean, should keep quiet. Sometimes, yes, I agree that some of these personalities may not have what it takes, but they have given you a message, take it and run. It's for your good. All of the Rufai and Amechi, they are in the elite group. It is not possible that Amechi will be broke, as it were now, and be broke of less than $1 billion. It is no longer possible. He's been speaker, he's been governor for 8 years, he's been a minister for 8 years. It is not possible. Rufai would not be broke that he cannot afford basic luxury of life. He can still change cars. He's not minister in some wicked that rode on a Rolls Royce to a party in the heat, in the midst of this hunger. Obviously, these guys are elite. Whatever message they pass to you, take it and add it to what you have in your archive and push out the strategy. We need a strategy to get this fight done. Civil arrest, petitions, public complaints. What are we doing about that? So there is so much, and that's the problem. That's why these guys call us the headless mob, because there's no direction about this. Even if it is going to be a revolution, I tell you now, if a revolution happens in this country, there will be crisis of who take over power, because vested interests were there, because we don't have leadership. And it's unfortunate. So Nigerian youth should now begin to, unfortunately, this about leadership is a problem. And you see, the same problem we have with the current crop of political leaders, the same problem we have with the young people. And that's why some young people do not want other young people to have voices, because it makes them feel better. Some people are claiming youth president, some people are claiming. So there's a whole lot until we come together under one umbrella and say, concerned Nigerian youth requesting for change A, change B, change C, change D, and then position ourselves to even to getting this thing right. These guys continue to enjoy freedom because they laugh at us. They sit with themselves and on top of Ishewu, Kwabi, and drinks and laugh and say noise. That's why they don't take us serious. It's been time for us to move this particular conversation from social media to the streets, but we don't have a strategy. Leave Ireti Kingibe out of your woes. She said the truth. Yeah? Take it off from here. Catch you another time. Bye for now.